I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. Sticking to my vision on the road to the
it's now affecting interstate commerce. However, this is just kidnapping and robbing. States prosecute that as well. Why not keep it down? Secondly, also pro, it's clear, and you'll read it in the indictment, that Dallas police was called. They came at least in a day's time of 24 hours. They were able to grab fingerprints, which means they did respond to the scene, yet they made no arrest. That's a pro. So despite, no matter what they got, they still didn't feel it was time to arrest these individuals. Keep in mind, Pooh Shiesty is already on home detention. It's not like this guy has no priors. He's on home detention after serving a multi-year sentence for a felony that he was incarcerated on. They could have just picked him up, bang, right there. The feds were kind of either following or somewhat monitoring what's going on with Pooh Shiesty. Why do I say that? Well, if state police or local police, Dallas police, that it with Galvin, everybody, where y'all from, man? Where y'all from? Philly's gonna get a first round bye too. Philly is up there. Like, we talk superhuman, super tough guy. That's what gangster rap. Okay, I still want to come to stadium, but you know Trump shut that shit down 2 weekends. Cut it out. Not gonna lie, I already get a little tricky in Boston. I already do. I can't lie. Jersey City? Oh, man. I seen some video. Albion was beating up some bouncer. I'm like, yo, holy shit. I've been to jail like 45 times. And he's still on the same. He's like, Albion is the Pooh Shiesty of Jersey. Like, no matter, listen, I'm not trying to say he's a bad guy, but no matter how many times you think that, all right, man, they finally broke him. He won't ever act like that again. If he feels there's disrespect, violence. I'm not saying he did nothing, okay? But he's the Pooh Shiesty. Birmingham, Alabama, I see you. Holy. Springfield, Massachusetts. I haven't heard about your resume. I can't even cap, man. Yeah, Philly, I see Hollywood, Florida. Y'all can't cool down there. Relax. Okay, so welcome to the All right. So let's get some purposes. First and foremost, you know the funny thing about rap? When you say some shit that the rappers actually do. Like, for example, and I see some people really tweeting about my page. So I tweeted something, right? Let's do my thing. So I tweeted out and said, yo, like, what people don't understand is that rap is hypocritical. It's really hypocritical, okay? How is it hypocritical? Let me just start by breaking this down. It's hypocritical because we kind of, in a way, are celebrating the people that make gangster music, and we celebrate the guys who come off as being the toughest. It's the reason why if one guy said he killed one person, the other said, but I killed 2, then King Von said I killed 7, then people said Lil Jeff said he killed 11. These are not positive things. But it goes into, in an artistic way, this bravado of this street dude that's almost like a superhuman, super tough guy. That's what gangster rap is, right? This is why, like, they talk about people who aren't straight like they're like different type of humans. You don't know you're a superhuman. You're on the sidewalk. They make it like they're in the military, right? They talk about themselves, right? Like they're some superhuman. Superhuman at what? Defending themselves, being aggressive, being able to take people trying to hurt them, being able to go to jail and not. I'm crying on intake. The mugshot. Like, I'm not smiling on the mugshot. We gonna look at it. I'm not doing that. So that's the image of the street. I've always told people, gangster rap will be dead if the image is not portrayed. If a rapper says what J. Cole just said, J. Cole just said, yeah, I be rapping saying I'm the best, but I don't think I'm the best. Like, what? If a gangster rapper said, yeah, I be rapping, I be killing niggas, like, really, I never shot a gun. You're not listening to him. You're not. Part of the music that comes from gangster rap or drill is believability, right? So here's the point. And this is where hypocrisy comes in. No one actually wants to tell people or tell a rapper to do violence, but it's kind of like this like gray area, but like invisible handshake where they're supposed to understand. You're supposed to tell us what you've been on, what you do, and what you may or you would do, but not make it the fucking Da Vinci Code to your actual crimes. Something where you tell on yourself, or something that is going to be masked in an affidavit or some type of complaint or an indictment. And that's where people usually call out fans for being hypocritical, right? It's all cool when we're supporting Dirk and supporting Pooh Shiesty when they're free, and the music is, yo, we gonna spin, we gonna kill, yo, listen, 901-375-0760, call my, like, all that shit, niggas say, boy, it's gunshots. All that sounds great until they actually get locked up for that, and you say, I'm listening to the songs even more now, because now I know there's, it's like, it turned from possible fiction to reality. I made this tweet, and people were really torn about it. I said, I've been bumping Pooh Shiesty old music all morning. I'm not gonna lie, this shit do hit different, okay? Now how does it hit different? I thought he was capping a bit. Me, when I look at most rappers, at best, with a gangster rapper, half real, half cap. Now there's people who are the exception. King Von, I think, was 100% real. Dirk is like 90% real. Shiesty, I think he's like 92. Like they're all in the mix, but no rapper comes close. Not gonna lie. Oh, K-Flock is like 100% true. I don't cap. But the point of me saying that is that the reason why we were probably gravitated to these songs before is probably because we thought it's not just catchy songs. We're making the mental imagery of what these people are talking about. So anyway, since he got locked up and I said that I've been bumping his music, and I said, it hits different because obviously I'm realizing, damn, it kind of matches everything he's ever said. I said, I hope he's innocent, but I'm gonna keep them songs in rotation until he's free. The nigga ain't cap once. There was so many people mad. They said I was the problem. Huh? I've always hated this about fans. Fans give the rappers no accountability when they support the behavior, and then when the rapper dies or goes to jail, it's now the fans' fault for being somewhat fascinated by what happened. I like using Nipsey Hussle thing. Nipsey Hussle been gangbanging. They celebrated him slapping a nigga on a victory slap on some crip shit, but then they did like when he tried to violate a nigga on some crip shit about some stitch shit, and the nigga killed him. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways, right? So for me, I don't know. We're all hypocritical.
All these plates. Wow. Food, tables, people, friends, family, memories, amazing plates, wings, burgers.
People who kind of step back and start blaming the fans for what we support or for what we're interested in is the revisionist history people that forget about the lifestyle these guys live. What drew you to Pooh Shiesty's music? He's a good rapper, I would say. But there was this reality about it. I thought Von got better. Von is one of the few rappers I thought got better in the shortest period of time before he died. Goes into Von's very first song and then Von's last song. The skill was going up really fast, but at first it wasn't that good. What was the thing about Von? Von had this very intangible but like intuitive way of making you feel that whatever he's saying is fucking real. And it wasn't just with his art. It felt like it because the connection of who he is and what he's saying, they were both congruent. And people don't acknowledge that. I see a lot of these rappers. Now. You know, I've said this before. I know I'm gonna get to the case breakdown. Drill rap killed gangster rap. Like, with all due respect to like people like Meek Mill, when he raps that he's spinning, it means nothing. He's just making words up. When I want to hear somebody that's really spinning, I'm gonna go listen to the actual guy from Chicago because that's his actual life. Meek is talking about some hypothetical like make believe. This other guy's living it. It matters. It does. When Chief Keef came on the scene, this hypothetical whatever, and fans became really acute to it. Like, we know, you know, when you listen to a rapper, you're like, yeah, he's just rapping. And you know when you listen to a nigga, you're like, he's doing it. Not saying that we want people to be doing shit, but the music that's always the purest. You know, they said the cream rises to the top. The purest, the most honest rappers are always going to win. Mark my word. The honesty breaks through everything else. I don't care how much. Listen, I said the Little Jeff nigga didn't make good music, but I would listen to it. You know why? There's something about his honesty, even as elementary and basic as shit was. I don't think fans should be blamed for that. That's the nature of the congruence of lifestyle, rap music, and rap culture and hip hop culture. It's all kind of one conglomerate. You know, this is not acting. You don't get to put on a role and then be like, oh, I'm just doing some other shit. Or at least it does not accept it. Anyway, so I said that, which is true. You know what I mean? Like, Dark's music hit different afterwards. Like, it's true. It's when you realize that people weren't